Hello everyone and welcome to a new modding series by Mr. J. I am currently the only NC dev and we're just gonna take a look at modding and try just to set up a little country. I'm gonna be modding in Catalonia. Was a Discord user's request, so we're going to be setting that up. First of all, of course, you need Steam with Hearts of Iron 4 installed. Then you need a text editor. My favorite is Atom. It's a open source editor, which means it has a lot of packages made by um, fellow users, and it's also very good at opening projects and managing big files. So we're gonna open a project folder, and we're gonna be opening Hearts of Iron 4 first of all. Okay. So then you're gonna want something that can save your files in UTF-8 bomb encoding. That's the encoding used by Hearts of Iron 4, and what that means is the game only reads some files if it's encoded that way. If it's not, you'll get an error, so don't worry about it, but you still need something. Then for visual work, you have GIMP, which is also open source. You can use it to install a package for DDS files, to read DDSs, to edit them, which is very useful. It's basically Photoshop, but then for free. And then finally we have WinMerge. It's just something you can use to update your mod when a new Hearts of Iron 4 version comes out. It's useful for checking out the differences between files. Okay, once you've installed those programs or installed programs you want to use, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna be launching Hearts of Iron 4, but right now you can see I'm in beta. That doesn't really matter. But we're gonna go to properties, and we're gonna go to set launch options and do -debug. That's really useful for modding, and you're gonna see all the errors your mod has. So we're gonna hit play. We're gonna go to mods. We're gonna go to mod tools, then create mod. We're gonna call it after a suggestion one of the NC Discord users gave me. We're gonna call it Catalonia Unleashed, and this is the actual name your mod will have, and this is the mod folder name. So we're just gonna call that Catalonia. Well, it's gonna have alternative history. It's gonna have events, sure. It's gonna have map, and it's gonna have gameplay. So then we're gonna hit create mod, and it's gonna say successfully created mod in wherever your Paradox file is. So we're gonna go to that file, documents Paradox, Hearts of Iron 4, mod Catalonia, and then we have catalonia.mod. Okay, so then we're gonna open catalonia.mod with Sublime Text, as you can see. And this is the descriptor. It basically tells Hearts of Iron 4, hey, this is the version this mod works on. These are the tags we gave earlier. This is the file location of the mod, and this is the name. So we're gonna make sure we're gonna save this with encoding. So go to File, Save with Encoding, and UTF-8 with BOM. Then we're gonna close it. And now we can get to start on the fun stuff. So we're gonna go to Hearts of Iron, to Atom, sorry, and we're gonna add project folder. And you're gonna go to mod and Catalonia. So then you have your mod folder. Now we're gonna set up the important files for your mod. So basically, for now, we're gonna be using common, history and localization of the game. So we're gonna make a folder for all those. Common, history, localization, and we're gonna need, in common, we're gonna need countries, and we're gonna need country tags. And then in history, we're gonna need states, units, and countries. This might seem a bit confusing at first, but you'll get used to it. And then localization, but we'll get to that later. So first of all, we're gonna be modding in Catalonia. So this is our country, this is our color, and our culture. So I'm gonna go to common. I'm gonna go to countries, and for the sake of it, we're gonna copy Spain. Then we're gonna open it, and we're gonna rename it to Catalonia. And now we're gonna pick a nice color, so I'm gonna search for picker RGB color picker, and we're gonna pick something a bit orange yellowy. Yeah, that'll be good. Then we'll copy that code. Now this is important because of the system Hearts of Iron 4 works. This isn't actually RGB sometimes, so you want to put RGB in front of it. We're gonna remove that, we're gonna remove the old one, and we're gonna save it. So now we have our culture for Catalonia and we have our color. So now we're gonna go to country. We're gonna have to do something more with our color because the game loads every color differently too. So we're gonna copy colors.txt to our files. Right here you can see for every tag it loads color, and it loads color UI, and color UI is mostly the border of your country. So we're gonna scroll down, we're gonna copy this one, and we're gonna type cat, that's our tag. We're gonna copy this RGB code, and then we're gonna pick something a bit darker, and then take this RGB code for our border, and we're gonna save it. Okay, that's our color and culture done. So now we're gonna close that. We're gonna go to country tags. If you go to country tags, you want to copy 00 countries.txt. And you'll see you have all these tags of different countries copied to the color they use. So we're gonna copy that, we're gonna say cat, and we're gonna make sure it's exactly the same as we say here. So it's gonna be catalonia.txt. So now our tag is copied to our color file. Okay. Okay, so now we want to actually put our country into the game. So we're going to go to history, and in the Hearts of Iron 4 folders too. We're going to go to states, and then we're going to launch Hearts of Iron 4 for a second. So I'm going to launch it, and I'll be right back. Oh, here you see a case of Hearts of Iron 4 doing something weird. Sometimes it cuts the first 3 letters of your mod descriptor. So just go to your mod file and go to catalonia.mod and just put the letters back and save it. So we're going to be looking at Spain. And we're going to see what state ID Catalonia has. So we click on the state. If you look at the right of the hills province in Catalonia, see state 165. So we're going to be copying that state number. History states. History states. We're going to go 165. We're going to copy that over. And open it. Now you are in the state overview basically. So in here is the ID of the state, the name of the state, which is saved in localization, the amount of manpower it has, what category state it is, who the owner is, who has cores and buildings. So we're gonna of course set the owner to cat. And we're going to add a core of cat. And then we're going to add a few more civs for the sake of it. Okay, so now this state should be Catalonia state. So we're going to exit the game. Hit play again. And now we're going to relaunch with our mod enabled. Yeah, so this is giving us errors because we don't have flags set yet. That isn't important for now, but this is an important error because it's telling us cat is missing a history file, and history files you need to set for every country. So we're going to go to country, and we're going to go to Spain. We're going to copy Spain again, because the history file tells the game basically what to load for the country. So it's telling us, hey, the capital is 41 for Spain right now. But first of all, we're going to name this to Catalonia, of course. So our capital is our only state, so 165. So we're going to copy that over. And this is OOB, that's order of battle. And it's basically what units you spawn with. So we don't really want to load the Spanish one, so we're just going to comment it out, which means it won't be read by the game. And you do that by putting a hashtag in front of it. So then you can see it sets the research slots here, the technology, and we're going to be communist. So I'm going to set our popularity of communist to 100 and the other two to 0. Set our ruling party to communism, and we're not going to allow elections. And hey, we're going to set war support to 1.0. Okay, so in the history file is as well the 1939 load, so we're going to comment it out here as well. You see the focuses you complete, the technology again, the politics, and then below that you have your leaders. And we're not going to touch those yet, so we're just going to have the same as Spain does. So now we have our Catalonia history file. So if we launch it now, you can see the leader is glitched. Probably if I launch it, it's going to crash. So we're going to relaunch it, because now we have our history file. It's going to say send crash report in the background. Do not and you have to unsign this because this will clear your mod file, and you'll have to move it from backup back to mod again, and it's just a big hassle. So unsign that every time you crash. Relaunch the game. Yes, Stalin, I completely agree. That's why we're communist. We count the votes. Alright, so the flags again, I'm just gonna close that. And now we're gonna load. And we're gonna pick Spain. As you can see now, we don't have a portrait, but we have the correct leader. We're actually communist. And you can see we are actually a state right now. So the extra factories I added are in. We don't have a flag. And there are units in our territory. So how are we gonna get rid of those units? We're gonna go to our history again, and then to the units file we made. So in our documents as well, history, units, history, units. So the units those are Spanish Republic. So we're going to copy that. We're going to copy the Civil War, and we're going to copy Barcelona because those all spawn in Barcelona. So we're going to copy those, open all of them. Just going to close some other files. Okay, and we're going to look for every province that says 9764. And we're just going to put them in, let's say, this province, 3873. So we're going to find all, replace all, and then save the file. Same for this one, find all, replace all, save, find all, replace all, save. Alright, so now if we exit the game and relaunch it, as you can see in the unit files, every unit file sometimes contains a template, and it contains units that use that template. So you can see the division, the location it spawns in, the template it uses, the experience it has, the equipment it has. So that's basically how unit folders are built up. So if we load our game now, start as Catalonia again, you can see, hey, the units are outside and they're here now. Well, one thing we haven't fixed yet is the fact that we don't have a name. We are nameless. So we're gonna go to our localization. HOI4, localization. Localization, you're gonna search for countries and pick countries English and paste it over here. Now this is where I think I go different. I like to keep my country names different from the vanilla ones. So we're just gonna select everything under the German name, delete them, and then rename this file to Catalonia countries. Okay, then we're gonna name, just for the sake of it because I'm lazy, alright, we're gonna save that, and once we load the game again, we should see our name pop up again. So I'm gonna do just that. Oh, sorry, that's not true. The tag is still jur. You want to change that to Catalonia, so cat. So I'm gonna hold Control D and I'm gonna change it to cat. So I'm gonna relaunch Hearts of Iron 4. Make sure mod is enabled. Yeah, we're still getting the flag errors, but that will be in next episode probably. So you don't have to care about those too much yet. So we're gonna load. And now you can see our name, Socialist Republic of Catalonian. Let's change that. Alright. So now we have our name, we have our state, and that's basically your first setup for a country. So next episode I'll probably be talking about focus trees and flags in the one after that, maybe some more things. But be sure to leave your suggestions. After those two, I'll be glad to hear what you guys want to see the most. So, as you can see, by the way, our war support is 100%, like we said it. And yeah, we have the generic focus tree right now, but we're all going to change that. So, yeah. Until the next episode, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like the video, and yeah, have a good time. See ya.